Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your hostess, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So we got yet another one. You know, social media is keeping women in what I like to call the Tia Mowry syndrome. And I don't know when y'all are going to get enough of it. Every bad trend, y'all be following it. What's with y'all? How dense? But before I get into that and go off, I'm just going to let this play and then we'll talk about it. Here we go.
Anybody out there who got divorced and like regrets it, especially women 35, 40, 45, please tap in and let me know, because at this point I am like probably not 99, maybe 89% sure that I'm probably going to be divorced within the next year. So I can't stay with this. I can't be with you. I can't. And I feel like I've tried so hard. So I've been married for 3 years. People always ask me. And it's really gotten to the point where it's like the past like probably 2 months have just been the worst. To where it's like, maybe we just call it. Maybe we just call a spade a spade. But then I'm like, I remember when my parents got divorced, and I do not want to put, like my son through that. But also doing it for the kids is not enough. Love is not enough. Getting married, I kind of regret getting married for love, because I damn sure didn't get married for money. But I'm also just like, as a Christian, shouldn't get divorced. Like whatever it is, we can work it out. It's you and me against the world. But it's like, damn, do I want to be miserable? How long do I want to be miserable for? And the thing that I also hate is like I feel like people don't share this part of marriage. Like when people are in the thick of it, because I was watching this interview with like DeVal and Kadeen, and I think he said the first 3 to 5 years of their marriage was like hell, but they stuck it out. And now they've been married for what, like 10, 15 years. And they, seem to be happy. I don't know, but it's like, is there anybody out there who got divorced and
Now, the unspoken part is the unspoken part, right? And I'm pausing it so I can try to read, like, not this big black caption, but the other stuff. This one says, I never see anyone that regret it. I mostly see women saying they should have left sooner. So this is where she's getting gassed up through social media. She's getting gassed up through social media to make a decision that she absolutely gonna regret. And if you let it play, I'm gonna read through. She's saying that she's 89% sure that she's gonna be divorced within the next year. So why did you marry this man? You've only been married like 3 years from what she says. Who knows how long you were together before? And now that you have a marriage, a child, because there was one point in the unspoken captions where it's talking about parent drama and all this other type of stuff. But you've not been together that long, and you should still be kind of like in the honeymoon phase to a certain degree, and you are already mad, like y'all are already headed to the rocks. And she's sitting here cheesing and laughing and giggling like it's funny, but the reality is she's speaking this to the world. She's making this happen. This is definitely gonna happen to her. The fact that she came to speak it aloud to the world, it's something to be said about speaking stuff over your life. Like some people think that that's like hocus pocus and stuff like that. When people start talking about manifesting or speaking things over your life and things of that nature, there are a lot of people who dismiss that as, just frivolous talk and things of that nature. But words have a lot of power. Words have a tremendous amount of power. The Most High used words to create everything that he created. Words. He says in the Quran, he says kun. That's his word. Be, kun, fire kun, be, and it is. That is how he creates. He actually told us how he creates stuff with a word. This is why oath breaking is such a big deal. Like spiritually speaking, people who break their oaths, people who break their vows, people who, because these are words that you spoke that were supposed to hold weight. And breaking those words is meaningful. It's meaningful. So it's meaningful to say the words, and it's also meaningful to break them, and it's meaningful to uphold them. Okay? It's words. This is what everybody that does anything does it with words first. It's words first. So anytime people enter into a contract or a deal, they say the words first. You have my word. This is what we're going to do. The writing it down is like a formality so that the words can have some type of witness. It actually takes more. It actually imbues the words with more power when they are written and when they're witnesses to it and when people sign off on their words. So words have a tremendous amount of power. And she's speaking words right now that doom her marriage. You're 89% with your foot out of the door. Like, what are you waiting on? What are you doing? And if you let it kind of finish, I'm going through the unspoken captions, not the one, because this is what she's saying. Now, if you pause it here, she says, I'm also super unhappy at work, trying to grow a business, and we're navigating parenting drama. This is chaos. That's chaotic. And the reason that I know it's chaotic isn't because it's a lot of things going on. Lots of things going on don't have to be chaotic, because if lots of things are going on, but they're orderly, you can actually get through it and it becomes productive. But when you have a lot of things and all of those things are in flux, they are in chaos, they don't have a lot of order to them or structure for them, then this is where you're getting all of your problems, because you're unhappy at work. So are you just an unhappy person? Like, are you just a person that's just not happy with themselves and their lives, and then you just projecting it off on your marriage and your husband? Because in all of this, she never says what's wrong with her husband or what's wrong in the marriage. She never says that. Trying to grow a business, this is hectic in and of itself, and parenting drama. So is this like your children that you have with him? Is it previous children, outside children? We don't know. But obviously there's no order to any of it, because it's negative. It's frustrating. It's got anxiety written all over it, because all of these things take a lot of structure in order to be productive in the first place. Parenting and then growing a business, that takes a lot. That takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of doing. It takes a lot of research. It just takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of figuring out. You got to go here. You got to go there. You got to research. You got to, you got to construct the business. You have to structure it a certain way. So if these things are not being done, then you're having a problem. And then you've got a 9-to-5 while you're trying to do all this. So you just have a chaotic life, ma'am. Your life is chaotic. How dare you try to throw this off on like your husband is doing something? And then this caption down here captures it as well. Said, definitely regretted it. Was happy the first few years, now totally regret it. In retrospect, it could have been reconciled. That's most marriages. 80% of marriages can be reconciled. It takes a lot of doing sometimes. It takes a lot of self-reflection. It takes a lot of self-correction. It takes a lot of spiritual work that a lot of people don't like to do. It takes a lot of conceding. A lot of people are more interested in being right than they are being at peace and harmonious within their marriage. And when I say peace and harmonious, I don't mean shutting up and just letting all kinds of stuff go and you just don't say nothing, because that's not peaceful either. So then, okay, she's just like, don't want to be in it. This says adds in pressure of being the one to break generational curses. So your family is a family of divorcees. No one stays and sticks anything out. No one, endures. No one tries to see the light at the end of a tunnel. It's always just, well, let me just get on about it here then. Just forget it. It's done with. I'm tired of it. It's not doing what I want it to do, so forget it. Someone says, yes, I regret my divorce. If you're able to work it out, please do. The frustration of not knowing how to fix it will make you think divorce is the answer. So there are women, and this goes to a point of what I was saying before. There are usually women around that's warning other women about this foolish man that they want to get into. It's usually because the reason why I know it to be true is not only because I've seen it in plenty of times, and on certain occasions I've been the person that's trying to warn, but no destruction comes without warning. Every destruction that came to anybody, whether it was on an individual level, a group level, a collective level, a national level, whatever the case may be, there is no destruction that came all of a sudden. There's no such thing. There was warning. There was signs. Somebody told you. Somebody, something happened that alerted you or should have alerted you that there was some impending doom coming down the pike. These women that are in her comment section are telling her, if this is not the way to go, we've already traversed that area and we regret it. We should have reconciled in our marriages. We should have made our marriages work, because now hindsight is 2020 and it could have been worked out. It actually could have been. But we didn't take the time. Nobody took the time, the effort, whatever the case, and we got divorced. Getting married, she's saying getting married for love was a mistake. That she shouldn't have done that. Okay. Whatever that means. Okay. Then she's talking about, well, we can work it out. So work it out then. I know y'all love to may this never find me to death, but I do think there's something to be admired about a love that endures. So let yours be one that can be admired and endures. So quick to hang the hat. So quick to just hang it out to dry. Right? So quick to just leave it alone. Not fit. People are just not fit for marriage. Not fit for marriage at all. Because marriage is a long haul. Marriage is a long haul. You got into this presumably for life. That's a long haul. That was the intent, or at least that should have been the intent. No staying power, no sticking power. We've all gone through what you don't stay for. Crazy abuse, crazy, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes there are just too many egregious things going on. So divorce is a thing. The Most High did make divorce legal under certain circumstances. But at the same time, outside of, just a whole bunch of foolishness, most marriages are not going through these egregious things. It's usually one or both of the people need to change their perspective. They need to change how they think. They need to change how they speak about one another, about themselves, about their life together, about their marriage. If you keep reciting to yourself that your marriage is bad and it's going to end and you can't stand your marriage, then it's going to be bad and it's going to end and you can't stand your marriage. Words. Again, we're back to words having a lot of power. Stop speaking that foolishness over your life. Like, stop speaking negativity over it. And I'm not talking about going to a delusion. I'm talking about be careful about how you are going about things, because you attract stuff to you. You attract certain energy, whatever wavelength you're on. If you want your marriage to work, stop saying that it won't work. Start saying my marriage is successful. My marriage is going to work. I love my spouse. My spouse loves me. And we're going to, whatever it is we're going through, we're going to figure it out. And our marriage is going to be so much better and so much stronger and so much healthier. Start speaking that way about it. Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host of The Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.